All right, so I'll go to my A2 raw data where I saved the different files. I don't really need this one anymore, so I can actually just delete it, right? Just to keep things clean. And so now what I want to do is open these guys up in Photoshop and see if they're seamless. So if we go to Photoshop, here's that red, and I'm just going to sort of back out of it again, the wall type. And so make it a little smaller. And then I'm just going to go to View and Pattern Preview, and it will make it into a pattern. And maybe if I zoom out, you can see that it's not seamless, so it ends up looking a little tufted. And so you can make a seamless material. Um, so to do that, and I'm probably not going to do a perfect job of this one, but just get out of the pattern view. So get out of the pattern preview, and then I'll zoom in on it a little bit more, and then I will go to filter and other and offset, and it's going to allow me to kind of offset this guy. So you can see that line right there where it's, and I kind of want that in the center. Let's move this and see if there's the line. You can kind of see them, right, that little tufting thing. And so once you get them kind of in the center, you can click OK, and you can use your rubber stamp or the heal tool. So if you go to the rubber stamp here and right click, you can kind of bring that size up a little bit, right, maybe even more like that. And then you would just select over there, whoops, hold down the Alt key and select and right, and sort of come over and get rid of those lines, right, those different sort of tufty feeling, and try to do it from different places until you can't really see, because what we're doing now is the edges are seamless now because we've offset it. And I'm sure you've done this before, but I thought I would go over it real quick. So now I've got that, and let's go to this guy, and let's back out a little bit. Can still see it a little bit, so maybe a little bit more rubber stamping, right? So sometimes going, a little further away is helpful to be able to see maybe a little bit darker stuff over here. So kind of trying to do that. And again, you could also use the healing little thing. So, is that it? The spot healing tool or the healing brush tool. So let's pull this guy up, right, pretty big. Maybe pull the hardness down a little bit. And then you can just kind of, and it'll try to heal it. That one doesn't look like it's doing that great of a job. So we'll just leave it like that. Now let's look at it again. So view, pattern preview. Right, and that's much better. I mean, it's still there somewhat, so you can kind of see. If we go to the stamp tool, um, it's kind of over here. You're gonna get, you're trying to blend those guys together, so you can kind of, like this guy here, right? Kind of get rid of that. So you can see how to do it and get it pretty close, depending on um, how much you need. But anyway, let's get out of the pattern preview and say that's good enough. And then I'll just save over the old one, right? Let's just go to File, Save the copy, and let's save it in here as a JPEG, right? And we'll just save over this guy. And we'll replace it and click OK. And so you would want to do that with all your other swatches. I think actually, if I remember correctly, I believe the Flowtext one, if we take a look at it and let's zoom out on it, I think it's seamless. So, which is kind of nice. It's got a little smaller. And if we go to View, Pattern Preview, Yeah, it's seamless. So I'm like, thank you very much. It's not completely seamless, but it's good enough, right? So that one's pretty good. I think the other one will have to the ceiling one needs to be worked on a little bit. But anyway, let's close that guy and close that guy. We'll use either the wall or the flow text one um, to make the material from. Okay, so we'll do that next.